back it in so I can begin.
Every time Marvin forgets it's there and then goes.
Forgets.
And he already has a stiff drink.
Oh, yeah, it makes me laugh every single time. That was perfect. Love it, Marvin. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy
Thanksgiving.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
happy normal working day here in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty funny. All right, so we gotta tell a story, right? We have to tell a story. I know my wife would kill me.
The story of Thanksgiving?
Yeah, the story of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
My wife would kill me if she knew I told people this. But a long time ago, 4th of July, right? John?
Yep.
John used to call me early morning. Like he forgot that there was a 5-hour time difference between United States and England, right? So he would call me at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and my wife, who is that? So I tell her it's John. He can't add 5 hours to his time, so he calls me in the morning. So he said the one time he called on 4th of July, and she goes, "It's a holiday. Isn't he sleeping in on the holiday?" Right? And I said, I turned and I looked at her like this, like my head snapped, right? And I was like, "You do realize he doesn't celebrate the 4th of July. Why not? It's 4th of July." I said,
Because they lost.
they lost the war. Like they celebrate the 4th of July, Independence Day from England. She goes, "Oh, well then." I told her that I told John, and she didn't like that at all. She didn't like that one bit. So
you told the world.
So then, so Thanksgiving came, right? And I was like, "So you do know why England doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, right?" She goes, "They don't." It's like this is like 3rd grade stuff. We're talking about here, But honestly, I'd say 75% of Americans don't really know that either. Like,
Well,
I asked
Independence Day was a film, wasn't it, with aliens in it?
Yeah. So everybody celebrates that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no Thanksgiving for 3 of the 5 of us. So yeah.
Well, so we have turkey on Christmas Day if we're lucky.
Yeah.
If not, it's coal in like a bag. We have to eat.
Christmas is a religious holiday, though. It's not, you guys have holidays that we don't have. Like, what holidays do you have? That you have Boxing Day, don't you? Right? Isn't that a holiday?
Yeah, Halloween.
We have Halloween, John.
Sundays.
Well, what holidays do you have that we don't have?
We have bank holidays. You have bank holidays? No. So we have like bank holidays.
The fuck's a bank holiday?
Help me out here.
What's a bank
we
holiday?
Have Easter. Well, we have Easter Sunday, but we have Good Friday and Easter Monday.
Yeah.
So we have like a 4-day weekend.
Again, that's a religious holiday. That's
that's religious. Just
yeah.
Public holidays are bank holidays. So we have 3 public holidays that you guys probably don't have. 2 in May and 1 in August.
Yeah.
So
which always Mondays.
What do you do on bank holidays? You guys don't have like a big feast on a bank holiday, do you?
No, just banks are closed.
Banks are shut. We can't go to the bank.
Our banks are closed every other day because we have like President's Day, we have Labor Day, we have Memorial Day, we have Martin Luther King Day, we have what's the new one that they came up with?
None of our holidays are there to celebrate anybody.
What's the new one?
I wish we had more days off. That'd have been good.
Juneteenth we have now. We have Juneteenth. Like that's a new one. Our banks look for a reason to close every other week. It could be.
Yeah, but Chris, I think when life is so hard as it is in the US, you have to find reasons to celebrate, right?
Yeah, but we don't celebrate the most. Okay, I take that.
What's Juneteenth? Have you introduced another number? 17th, 18th, Juneteenth.
Don't ask. You don't want to know. So it's a whole controversy.
But before we change topics, though, bookmark this video, John. If Chris ever drags his feet on anything, this is blackmail for you to send to his wife. That he broadcast.
Yeah.
that.
she got so
Thank
mad
you.
when I told her that I told John. She doesn't know I probably told all the users this story because it's damn fucking funny.
We've heard it.
And now I've told probably 300-400 people that might watch this show. Who knows?
If
This
we're
is
lucky,
the one video that's
3 or
going to go
4.
viral.
3 is usually the low, right? 3 is usually the lowest numbers. Those are usually the ones where it's just you, John, and me. So but when Marvin's on,
can you
the show.
what 300 people can you think are paying attention to us? It's mind-boggling.
No clue.
Strange, huh?
It is mind-boggling sometimes. Yeah.
Absolute nonsense, drivel, talking bollocks. Can't even string a sentence together, like point and take. Why are people even interested in this?
Cameras falling over.
No idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think people just tune in so they could see their own stuff on the show. Like that's.
Right,
I know I would.
Yeah.
If I wasn't part of this show and I had a model on the group and the show was going to talk about it, I'd be watching it, So that's I'm a attention whore, so whatever, But how y'all doing? I mean, it's been a while since we've done a show. It's been all my fault completely. And I'm hopefully going to be able to start swinging back into norm. As you all know, my job has been different. So I've been not even on the boards as much as I was before, just because of that reason. So, but we need to start doing more of these. That means Aaron's got to get up early too. Right? I asked Jonathan Faber to come on too.
Oh, cool.
But it was 4 a.m. So he's like, no, I don't. At first he was like, well, I might. And then he wrote back and he's like, no, I'm not going to make it. So
it's the other way around for ILM as we get up at 4 a.m. for them, not the other way around, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yes. Well, Jonathan, I don't think he works for ILM. He works for a company that does a lot of movies, Marvel and other things like shows. Like I know he worked on the Aliens movie and he worked on Fallout.
Cool.
And so he's
cool.
done a lot of good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nothing to be sniffed at.
No. But what have you guys been up to?
Working.
Well, yeah, but I mean modeling wise.
Amanda, have you made that Superstar Destroyer yet?
Not yet. It's still in
He's at. We ask him every time.
I know. One day I'm going to surprise you, John.
What is needed
I
to
think
get
a
you
Lego
started
set
on
would
it?
be harder to build than that. And I know you.
I know.
What do you need to get started on that, Parm?
I don't think I need time, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time and motivation probably, but one day it'll happen.
Aaron's now joining the ranks. He's been buying up stuff to start building.
I'm just hoarding. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're hoarding, yes. It hasn't started. You haven't started building, but you're getting the itch, right? Tell us what you picked up.
I've been getting a bunch of stuff for the transport. Got a lot of things started for the Sandcrawler. Got the Merlin APST kit. I think what else?
It's all downhill from here.
Pretty much.
You're gonna be slicing your fingers. What's that, Marvin?
Yeah, Aaron is not starting light.
No,
he's not.
Well, as I've told Chris, some of this stuff, it's could be once in a lifetime. Some of these short runs of things that are available. So,
that's a good point.
Get it and then build it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you think that? On a serious note, do you think you have to? I don't think you claim to speak. You don't have to start with a small Bandai kit. You don't have to start with a small fine Mars kit. Can you literally start scratch building straight away into something like an ATST or a Sandcrawler? Because that's what you did, right, Marvin? You just dived straight in. I think your first model was a cloud car, wasn't it? That you vac formed yourself.
Yeah, that's my first try at scratch building, which was cloud car, but not studio scale, way back, like in my student dorms, little shitty oven and vacuum forming, following Les Henning's old tutorials from way back. But like actual studio scale, I think I started with I think like most people, I started with something like either the TIE Bomber or the dispatch pods, the probe droid pods.
Yeah.
but I never finished that Taiwanware, as you know.
Well, I've got it.
And but even the second one now is at 80% still. So, but I think, right, you don't have to start with model kits first. You don't have to. But like if you want to start scratch building, something like those probe droid pods, that's just real easy to just get into the fact that you're combining parts that were never meant to be combined. You know, and there's something to it than something that clicks together in a model kit. So yeah, something like a sandcrawler or even the transport, even with the resin shells, that's quite a feat to start there.
I think with the transport though, like, okay, so my first scratch build was the hospital ship, right? And those are all kit parts that don't sit on flat parts. Like that's a pain in the ass. Like that's a real pain to start with.
But it's also a blessing, because if they're slightly crooked, nobody will notice, because it's such a garble of parts. So that's why those probe droid ports are actually surprisingly difficult, because you do want those hole lines to line up.
Everything's got to match up.
And and the plastic is super thin there, so it is quite difficult in that respect. And then now that I'm saying it, the sandcrawler is actually pretty easy to be quite. It's a mammoth task, but every panel is just flat, and you just have to measure out panels and lay out kit parts to make them fit, and then start cutting and gluing.
It's an IKEA Studios scale build, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Well, until you get to like the kit part areas, like the front top is a little difficult where it dips in where those Panthers are at, and like the back, the top, the top back is pretty easy, like, because it's really just laying parts on flat parts, right? The back is a little difficult.
The back is similar to that hospital ship. It's layers of kit parts on top of each other that aren't meant to go there, and then
they're all curved and strange.
Well, that's where I'm looking forward to the panels on the Sandcrawler, because it's going to be almost therapeutic just to cut that stuff out in sheets. And I was telling Chris, I started on this, and I actually think it's going to work, Chris, taking some of the reference photos, and with my background in Photoshop and stuff, I can skew that directly to the actual 1-to-1 size, and I'm going to print that off, so it's literally tracing to cut that stuff out to be as accurate as possible.
That's exactly how I did it.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't copy mine.
I still remember, John.
I'm looking at John.
John, I still remember at John Con, right, when Michael Janes I think he only looked at he stood at your Sandcrawler the whole night and just measured everything. And you come up to me and you're like, I hope he's not basing his off mine.
Well, he hasn't, because his has turned out way nicer than mine. So he obviously could see the mistakes where they were.
But honestly, looking at it, it doesn't look like it has mistakes. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I mean,
it's stuff that some people would lose sleep over, but not me.
No.
Well, that's the beauty of a Sandcrawler, though. It's
get it done.
A little bit of interpretation, and I mean, there's so much to it. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Well,
again,
I remember.
I've said this before, but anybody that claims that the panel line should be 1 millimeter to the left or to the right, they're absolutely nuts. I mean, unless you had the original in front of you and measured every panel line. Otherwise, every picture you have is totally skewed, it's totally warped, camera lens distortion, and it's all getting it as close as possible, but it's never going to be perfect.
I found that
with your expertise in Photoshop and everything, and that you could trace those panel lines, right, and then you could even get them laser cut, couldn't you? Styrene.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, but then as I've talked with Chris before, like, you lose that organic feel to it. You use that handmade touch, where even if it is pretty perfect, you still have slightly off some corners.
Yeah, some wonky.
Yeah, that's where 3D prints of the Sandcrawler and a lot of ships go wrong. They're too perfect. Like they're it looks like a 3D render, like there has to be some human element to it to put the kit parts on awkwardly or slightly off to the side, or different spaces between each panel, right? So
what about glue spots and blood?
That's a given. That's a given. There's more. There's probably tons of skin on every. Like commissions I do, they get skin with it. So sorry, but that's going with it. It's part of the deal.
Your DNA is all over. Yeah.
My DNA is all over in one way or another.
If you want to frame somebody for a murder, buy a model from Chris.
Depends on how sexy the model is. It could be one thing, it could be another.
I'm wondering why you were holding on to those A-wings.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. 2 for a threesome. Yeah. Okay, we're going off the rails here.
That took 15 minutes for us to get weird and disgusting.
Talking about threesomes.
Usually it's only 5. Usually it's only 5 when I'm talking on the phone with you, John. But 15 on a show. Yeah.
The first 5 words.
Oh, if people could hear our conversations. Holy shit.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So Marvin, you have a lot of projects going on, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean any disrespect for this, but how many of you do you have finished compared to started? I often wondered that.
No, you
4
got
finished.
You've got the Prodroid pods.
I got 4 finished. I got the Prodroid pods, ATST, that maquette, that Endor rated issue maquette, and if you would call it a model, the training remote.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I reckon Marvin beats us on how many he's made for Lowland props.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you can include those, yeah.
In one run.
No, and I think, yeah. And I think I have about 3 or 4 times that in progress.
Okay.
I have at least 6-7 projects that are at 80%.
How much of that is finished building, and how much of it is you got to get the paint?
Only one is completely finished building, which is the Superstar Destroyer maquette that we saw, and the others are just the final few pieces. I actually wanted to start introducing something and present it on Nerve Herders because I've been told I need to contribute more, and I was going to call that fall finishing, where you will see Marvin actually finish things.
Yes, we got to get you to finish the Sandcrawler.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, but I do realize that fall finishing will likely go into winter wrap-ups, and then maybe I haven't found anything that resonates with spring, but
spring, summer, fall again. Yeah.
No, but
you were talking about having your Sandcrawler done by November.
Yeah, and I haven't touched it.
Yeah,
I was just developing those things, and then you have a Lowland props release or 2, and then time
yeah,
is
but
gone.
look, we were all stuck at the point where it needed running gear, and Marvin, yet again, has provided stuff for the community rather than concentrate on finishing his own stuff. So,
I mean, I needed myself as well to finish. Yeah, I also need myself to finish it, of course. But
yeah.
How much of that was me? How much of that was me bugging you, Marvin?
Yeah, it was you guys as well, but it was also me and Felix talking about it, and it needed to get done finally. It wasn't now, then it would have been never, and it was already taking way too long.
Yeah, Felix almost sent some hitmen round to me.
I'm glad I could step in and just be the go between. Yeah.
I know. I was intentionally bugging you, but I didn't want to offend bug you. I was like, Marvin, let's go. So,
no,
it's your fault, Marvin, for making something so cool that we all love and want.
Yeah, I'm still hoping everything turns out the way you want, because I always, with everything, with Lowland props, with this, every time I do something, I worry how people are going to feel when they have it in hand. And so far, everybody's been happy, but I always worry.
Your work is top of the shop. It's perfect. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great.
The Sandcrawler tracks were the one thing that my wife has ever asked me how much it costs. Right. So she's and I didn't tell her the real amount, of course.
It does.
So she was blown away by the price that I gave her, which was probably 40% of what I really paid for it. She's not over there, right? So, but she's like, you don't need Sandcrawler. You don't need tracks for that. It's finished. I'm like, you just don't understand. Like, I have to finish this
You
thing.
need your
Like,
own shoes, Chris. You
Yeah,
haven't even
yeah.
got
Right.
shoes to wear.
Right. Well, look at you. Wait till you see my shoes. Like, hold on. I'd rather pay how much I did for. Look at these things. They're like dripped with latex and paint and stuff. And these are my shoes. I spend money on models instead of shoes and underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wait for Christmas to get underwear and socks because I won't
Yeah,
buy them myself.
That's the only time that we get clothes for, at Christmas. We get,
I actually
How
went
is it?
clothes
But-
shopping the other day, my wife and I, because I lost like 30 pounds. And it was weird. I went clothes shopping and bought a lot of clothes. I felt weird. I've never done that ever. So yeah.
Yeah, I get scared now when I have to go into shops like that.
I really didn't want to clothes shop because I didn't like the way things looked. So it was fun, now. But now it's
Lifting
good.
up clothes and looking at the price tag, and I could buy 3 8-rads for that. What's it like?
Well, you
I
need
would
like
get-
10 of
I'd
them,
walk
right?
to the store and go to the clearance aisle. That's what I look for clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Target. So yeah. Hey John. John was kind of in the same boat as me. Like, he was working a lot, so he wasn't really able to get into the shop much. We do surprisingly have 7 people watching at 4 in the morning on the United States. But honestly, I did put up a post the other day saying, hey, get your stuff up, so if we'd like us to talk about it. And a lot of people did. So I'm going to try to get through as much as I can. I'm sure I won't get to all of it because it's been how many months now since we've done a show like this? 3 months, something like that.
Has been that long, has it?
No, is it?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
a couple. I wouldn't say 3.
September, August is when I really get this new job running, and
Wow.
it's been that
Wow.
bad. So
That's bad.
yeah, I mean, I've been trying to set up a show with John Goodson for the Sandcrawler since August, and I really
I'm looking
haven't.
it up. I did a video
When
a month ago.
we did
Yeah.
what?
We haven't done a show for 3 years.
It was October 10th. So month and a half.
Last month.
Feels like 3 months ago.
Oh, Chris,
Honestly,
your
it feels
job's
like
been killing you, isn't it?
it has been. It's been fucking awful. Like, my hours are crazy, and I don't even get to. I've been working on these concept AT-ATs, and that's it in the last, apparently a month now. So, but let's get to the Facebook group. So, see if I remember how to do this. Nope, that's not the right button. Share screen window. There we go. There we go. There's been a lot of really cool things that popped up. There's been some people jumping on scratch building too, which has been really, really, really nice. This is new. This was just popped up 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's in it.
No, this just hopped in right now. Chris Gear.
Shipping.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's the one who did the Death Star. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at those. He loves the styrene chipping. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all those little bumps.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's really good. He's doing a cutaway.
Oh, how cool.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you say
Wow.
in the background here? Oh, I didn't realize that Death Star was small like that. I thought it was a little bit bigger.
Well, that makes his work even more intricate.
Right.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah. What is this, Chris? What's that? That's pretty neat.
That's the Razor.
That's Mando's ship.
Is it?
It's the
on a
Razor Crest
landing
sitting
pad.
on a
Oh, yeah,
dock.
it's a Razor Crest. Yeah, on that platform, on that Mont Calamari planet or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, this is big compared to those other ones he did there.
Yeah.
That's a nice little display there with the Death Star and the Star Destroyer. That's a nice.
I
little
wonder what the
display.
base is for it. Does it say in the description? Is it a Randy Cooper base kit or?
That's not Randy Cooper.
No, it's hollow, so it must be something like Zevlo or something. I don't know.
It looks 3D printed.
No, I don't know. Does it? I think that looks. That Marvin could be right. That could be the styrene kit. The Sweden one.
You know, and even the scale of that previous picture was misleading. I mean, with the thumb there, that's smaller than you think, and the previous photo looked bigger.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like
That's too big to be the Bandai.
Yeah. And it's slightly too small to be the Iron Grand. So it's probably.
Yeah.
I think he's on. I think he's watching. There he is. Hey, dude.
Makes that chipping even more impressive when you think about how
Absolutely.
those things are.
Oh hell, those would be stuck to my fingers every 5 seconds.
You don't touch them with your fingers, Chris.
I you know what I did the other day? I zap gapped glue on my finger. Holy shit, that burns. And you think it's gonna leave like a really bad scar or some kind of marking, but literally it just heats up so much and peels off later. But I thought
and for those tuning in just now, Chris is looking straight down, going, "You think it'd leave a scar?" And it really hurts.
It still burns my pee.
What are these little bugs crawling all over it?
Oh yeah, I think you better get that scene too, mate.
Yes. Can't tell the wife.
I do like those cutaways, by the way. I think who was it? Kevin Hoppert. I think he actually made from like the Star Wars cutaway book. He also made one of those cutaways, really with like the when you have an engineering part that's cut open and you have the cut lines that are painted in red and everything.
In red, yeah.
It was really nice.
Jonathan Faber made a brilliant.
Yeah, the TIE bomber, similar.
The TIE bomber he made, that was awesome.
It was beautiful.
That was untested, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
I wonder what Chris is going to do with this one. Fun to
I
see.
think there's pictures of it prior where he shows the side. If he's listening, post a picture. We'll check it out. I'd like to see the cutaway side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ollie's gun turret.
That's lovely.
Beautiful display.
So nice.
Yeah, I like that. So well done.
Yeah.
It is. Now he's just got to build a 5-foot Falcon to prop this on.
But have you seen his painting, figure painting and stuff? It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
He's a brilliant painter.
I still remember that pod racer, right?
Oh, yeah, that was sick. Yeah.
Chris says it's the 12700 Revell kit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the Zavida one, isn't it? How'd you pronounce it? You know I'm like pronouncing stuff, Marvin.
I thought it was just Zevda.
But
right. It's Eastern European, so don't hold me to that.
Gnusu.
Gnusu.
It's Gnusu. I don't care what Felix says. It's Gnusu.
Yeah, it's gonna stay Gnusu.
How do you really say it, Marvin?
Gnusu now.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Gnusu sounds better.
That's wrong. That's not right at all. How many? Isn't this your TIE bomber, John?
Yeah,
TIE fighter.
So.
Yeah, and the bomber, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. His display's lovely.
Yeah, definitely elevates it, doesn't it? The displays that he's got with the plaques.
He doesn't have to worry about dusting.
No, those acrylic cases are lovely. Yeah.
He's actually coming to see me on Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Does he still have the Top Gun stash?
The Harrier.
No. Like he sent me a picture that he was a jet fighter pilot.
Yeah, he was, and he's got that's why he doesn't like Harrier pilots in his models because.
It's the
forgive
enemy.
me if I've got this wrong, Ollie, but I think was it Hurricane he flew or something? I don't know, but or was that World War II? I don't know, but whatever jet he flew, the Harriers were like the rivals.
No.
So he was like, "Oh, do I have to have this Harrier pilot in my TIE fighter?" And I was like, "Well, the body's accurate." And he's like, "Oh God, okay."
My question is, does he still have the Top Gun stash though, from his older?
Oh, what? No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't. Oh man, come on. you have to grow that back. I always want one. My wife is like, no, forget it. You're not doing that. So, all right. Okay. Andy just posted this today, right?
Mhm.
And he says it is the Hadley's Hope truck. I don't know what that is.
Oh, from Aliens.
Yeah, it's from a deleted scene, I think, right? It's the basically the buggies that they drive around on in Aliens on the terraforming planet.
Yeah.
I
Not
think it's
the
six-wheeled. No. It's like a six-wheeled all-terrain type vehicle.
Didn't
Oh,
Lee
wow, that looks
Stringer?
cool.
Didn't Lee Stringer
Yep.
design it?
Yeah. Lee Stringer, I think, did the 3D work.
Really?
Not for the movie, but for the model, I think.
I know it wasn't in our group, but somebody on one of the other pages posted a drop ship, right?
Mhm.
Scratch build drop ship. And I was like, wow, I love that. Like,
Yeah, and that was
Like-
from like 15 years ago as well.
No,
I just posted a link to
97.
it, Chris,
97.
did you? We're in the group
in the private chat.
private chat.
That was from 97, Marvin.
Yeah, 97. So I'm always amazed when I see builds like that from like 28 years ago. Because I mean, we are
Oh,
spoiled like crazy with our
Yeah.
reference and books and stuff. Can you imagine in 1997, you probably had like a few magazines
Yep.
and a shitty printed book. That was about it. But
Yeah.
nothing
Few
close to what we
Cinefex
have.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To build something like that, it's just amazing.
Absolutely.
get this on here. I've never seen this, but I love it. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I just don't remember.
What is this? The dropship?
No, it's the Hadley's Hope truck.
Oh, right. Okay.
Trying to bring it up. It's not popping up.
Speaking of Lee Stringer's work,
There it
well, I use Lee's as reference because it's just always so spot on.
Yeah, Lee Stringer has done it all, I think. Quietly, like a lot of people don't know Lee Stringer, but there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, is that the one that somebody made, or
That's
is it the
not
real one?
No, that looks like that's the original.
Oh.
And that's not what Lee's done, I'm sure. Is it, Marvin?
No.
That's different.
No, Lee had the six-wheel one. I think
Yeah.
that's where Newt's parents drove around
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
Let's see if I
At
can
night.
find that.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Hadley's. Let's see.
Yeah,
if I
when
can
you
find
Googled it, that link I sent Chris, I think the second one was
But they-
that six-wheeled one.
But hang on, this does look like what Andy was building. Because if you look at the
Yeah.
wheels, the wheel hub looks like what Andy's done.
Which one? This one? No.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah.
No,
I
they're,
think
They're all the same one.
in that one, that link I sent you, Chris, in the private chat, there's a different type of vehicle. Just
So
Google,
is this the current? Is this the current prop store auction?
Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see if I can get this here. Open a new window. Open a new window. I'm messing this all up.
because the wheels on that one I think look more like what he shared.
Yeah, this looks like the one Andy put up.
Bear with me. It's been a little while.
So this is a lesson for anybody posting stuff in Nerf herders. Add a reference pic so people know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Like in all honesty, I would love a dropship. Like, Alien and Predator are my second favorite. After, if I wasn't building Star Wars ships, it would be Alien and Predator. I would collect those. Like, they just came out with a Alien hot toy, and they have tons of Alien Predator hot toys. I would immediately, if I had the money to spare to go that direction, I would. All right,
Yeah.
so let's get back to the group somehow. Nope, not that one. Sorry, guys.
Unacceptable.
I like how it takes
Nasty.
35 minutes just to see three people's work.
Well, you know, it's been a while, so we needed to catch up and
Yeah. Have a walk.
Yeah, it's been 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months.
at least.
It's been 6
yeah.
years now.
It feels like fucking forever. I'm telling you. Like, my wife is just like, okay, you didn't get in the shop 4 times today. You got in 2. You know, like. All right, so that'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward. I am. So Ollie again is jumping on Andy's
Andy's speeder, yeah.
This is the one we saw at
JohnCon.
Yeah, we've seen that in person, and it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah,
big size, isn't it? As well, it's lovely. It's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I think studio same size as studio model.
Right. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
He made it so that you could fit a 6-inch action figure in it.
I think it's a
remember
bit
him telling
smaller
me
than it's a bit smaller than the studio scale speeder. It's
Yeah?
about because he used a Black Series figure, and the figures in the studio scale one are pretty chunky.
Mhm.
But this is like Ollie can use his own greeblies on it. That's the beauty of Andy's starter kits. That
Yeah.
it's just the base, and then you just go to town on the greeblies.
Yeah, we have to come up with another Nerf herder ship to do this with some styrene, with some acrylic, and just go to town. Because I'm telling you, like, I forgot how much fun I had doing this concept at. Like, just to be fair, my first one I agonized over every single kit part, but this one I'm like, oh, that looks really cool there. I wasn't as fussy, you know, like it worked. It was more fun this time. Not really. Not that's not what I meant, but this is turning out fast. Like, that looks great.
Mm.
Yeah, that's Matilda, isn't it? All Matilda parts, and then Leopold above
That
it,
looks-
Morsical.
Yeah. That looks fantastic. That assembly there. Really like that, Ollie.
Yeah, it's nice and
Especially
subtle.
with a coat of primer.
Yeah, it's looking
Looks
good.
great.
Yeah, I love that.
I love the intakes on the bottom. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Intakes. These here.
Yeah,
That one or these two? These two,
the
yeah.
front ones there, especially from the top, the
Yeah.
earlier photo, they just look great.
If I
That one.
can voice one point of I wouldn't even call it critique, but on the bottom I find that assembly. I mean, we've talked about this before, like the difference between putting parts together and making them feel functional. And I think that assembly that Ollie did here at the bottom feels extremely functional. I wouldn't cover it up with that extra plate that he put over it on the bottom, Chris.
Marcus is saying I need to speak up. Can you guys hear me okay, or is everything
Perfectly? Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
okay? I'll put a little closer.
No, that assembly on the bottom is absolutely gorgeous. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was he saying for Chris Gear to speak up when we were talking about his stuff?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
that makes more sense.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't need to hear me. Jeff Sage has not been around. I mean, he was pretty active in the beginning when we started the group, and he kind of has been a little quiet, but it looks like he's jumping back on his D'Agostini.
Oh, it's a D'Agostini. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it? Because that's pretty small. That's the screwdriver is pretty. Oh, maybe it's not.
I was thinking that was more Bandai.
Yeah, he has a D'Agostini. That's right.
No,
He
that
didn't
can't be.
start
But that can't be a Bandai because the Bandais don't have the front gear, the boxes
Yeah,
at the front.
that's ESB.
That's ESB, yeah. So it could be a 5 molds.
Hmm.
Zoom in, Chris.
Zoom in. Oh wait, maybe he has it in the description.
Yeah.
Nope.
I know Jeff definitely was building a D'Agostini, so I don't know if he did.
Yeah, he started it or
That is a D'Agostini.
Yeah, he created a
Yeah, it is.
diorama.
It's
for it, didn't
just a huge screwdriver.
he?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Not
I've
used to
seen.
seeing a screwdriver that big.
He's got the 4 holes in the bottom for mounting it.
Yeah, I've always filled those in.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I never use that big back plate. It just covers up way too much of the model, even though it's the bottom, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a pain in the ass, actually. Like to fill that in, sand off these little ridges.
Yeah, it's weird plastic as well.
Yeah, it sucks. I'll never do another DRS. Well, I would take that back. I want to do a DRSini, but in solo. Oh, yes, Robert. He is building Roberto.
Solo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think
Really nice.
Yeah,
John, you were the only one other than Alex who had built this prior that I know of. I mean,
I think didn't Lee get halfway through it, and you, Marvin, didn't you?
Yep.
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Lee Stringer?
Yeah.
No, Lee.
We know
Ralph.
Ralph, I think. Yeah.
Lee ID'd most of the parts, I think.
No.
I mean,
Then
even Alex couldn't remember what he used.
No, at some point we were just missing ref, and then
Yeah, Alex was just propping things on. He wasn't paying attention to what it was, I'm sure, while he was building it. But
there's like a big box of parts at Pinewood apparently that have got modern stuff in as well. So it opens up a whole new can of worms, doesn't it? Because now you're looking for modern kits to try and find, you know.
This is honestly a great little model. Like,
yep.
I love the one you built for John that I now have. So,
yeah, I want it back.
no, can't have that one back either.
But this one,
is this based on a concept sketch or something?
No, that was in solo.
It was in solo.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a maquette. That's a maquette built. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Minbin.
It's slightly different in the film.
Yeah, you basically see like the foot come down like next to Han Solo, when he's in the green. What was that called?
The Minban.
The green
stuff.
Yeah.
But it's airdrop behind him, isn't it? It's sort of like lands.
Yeah, it's airdrop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they actually?
It's a cool little model.
A miniature model in the movie, or was that all?
No, it was all 3D.
No.
But Roberto,
and
I thought he scaled it up when I first saw this, because if you click through, it looks much bigger than.
It looks bigger.
Then I looked closer, and I was like, "Oh, he's used the real kit parts on it."
Right. Yeah. And surprisingly, even when I got a hold of when you sent me yours, John, I was like, "Wow, this is a lot smaller than I thought." Like it's literally
I want my money back.
this back. Give me half back, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's a small model.
Marvin, were you going to say something?
Really good job.
No, I mean, to be honest, like we said about in the movie they used the 3D. I actually like the concept model a lot better. I think I either have or I saw the pictures from the Art of Solo book where you see the 3D, and I think it's a perfect example of when sometimes you build something in 3D, it just becomes more clunky for some reason. It's less refined with these small little parts and details that are on there. Actually, like a model like this, it just looks so much better. At least to me.
Yeah, I remember when we were trying to ID this, Marvin, and the back has those Flak 88 parts on, those white cast parts.
Yep.
And we didn't know until we looked at the toy, the Kenner or Hasbro toy that came out.
Yep.
We're like, oh, I wonder if that's got them. Alex was like, yeah, it's pretty close. So we're like, okay.
They made a Kenner toy of this?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's the CGI one.
Yeah. I don't even remember it though. There's a flak piece right there.
Yeah, the whole gun is just a Flak 88.
Yeah.
Almost literally.
What was the chair? Do you guys remember?
That's from an aircraft. I think that's all. Alex said. It was just an aircraft.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just an aircraft.
Yeah.
It's just an aircraft. You just picked one from somewhere else, or did you actually use the real kit part?
I can't remember. I think we got pretty close to me, Marvin. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
because we only had that image, didn't we? So it was hard to get ref of it.
Very cool, Roberto.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. I saw this pop up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So this is what I said earlier. This is the way to do it, like Roberto does. Like one picture of a reference, so everybody knows which Walker is from. It's nicer as opposed to.
Yes.
And Roberto did the Joe Johnston ATST as well, didn't he?
Yep.
Oh, is he the one doing that one?
Yeah.
The one that just showed up?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one.
No. He did that previously that I made as well, you know, with the MDF, laser cut MDF.
Oh, okay. All right. Joseph, I'm going to get to your Star Trek ship. The video of his. He's been posting and showing a lot of cool pictures and video of his he's the lone Star Trek guy on our show, on our group. So okay, so is this is Buck Rogers, right? John Sabian's doing a Buck Rogers ship. Am I right?
Yep. Thunderfighter.
The only way I could tell is because of these here. But talk about a resin mess. Like he posted the other day about rescribing these lines. Man, I do not miss that at all.
Is that cast from an original?
I don't know for sure, but I would think so, knowing
if it looks like that, it probably is, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks very.
Or came out of original molds.
Yes, I would not be surprised. Oh, he made it look good.
That's a good paint job on those as well, on the original. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
It's like a gay pride engine.
Yeah. What did you say?
A rainbow.
Did you say gay pride engine?
Yeah, that's like.
I was like, did I just hear what I thought I said?
You're gonna get cancelled, John.
You went, yeah.
We're gonna get canceled for sure. We're
Why?
gay pride.
Just this, you know.
Juneteenth, like, man. I like this ship. I've always liked this ship. I used to watch Buck Rogers when I was. Is it Buck Rogers? No. Is it Buck Rogers? Yes. Yeah, Buck Rogers.
Star Fury. Is that what it's called?
No, it's Buck Rogers, isn't it? With the guy with the eagle.
But what's the ship
black
called?
Shoulder pads and the eagle, like feather head, right? Am I completely wrong?
I don't know. I never watched it.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
We can
Buck
Google
Rogers.
this.
Yeah,
Buck
the
Rogers.
Falcon.
Buck Rogers.
In the 25th century.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Colonel Wilma Deering.
Yeah. She was yummy.
I remember Duck Rogers with Daffy Duck. That was good. Do you remember that?
This is the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I always loved this costume. When I was a kid, man, I loved this costume.
All right, Halloween next year. That's you.
It's probably terrible in person, but like when I was a kid. Oh, and what was this? What was it? The little.
Oh yeah, hey Buck. That thing.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of the robot?
Twiggy.
Twiggy.
Why is that?
Yes.
Why is that kid in it? It's not. He wasn't in Buck Rogers. Was he? That's what you talking about. What is that?
Yeah.
That's from Different Strokes.
Yeah, Different Strokes. Why is he with Buck Rogers?
Must have made an appearance.
Yeah.
Do that again, John.
Cool.
Nope.
What you talking about, Twiggy?
No pictures of the ships, but plenty of pictures of.
I think it's called the Thunderfighter.
Okay.
What's the Star Fury then?
Star Fury. Isn't that the X-shaped ship? I don't know.
There it is. Love
Chris.
This is gonna be Halloween next year.
You know, he even kind of looks like Chris.
Yeah,
that would work.
Yeah, he could pull it off.
Yeah. You got the same cheekbones.
If you say so.
This is why people tuned in.
Yep. We tuned in for this though. Like, come on. This was the best. There's no kidding. Like we're not like. There's no disguise here. Like everybody tuned in for this. That was the reason. Okay, let's get back to models. So Marcus is building a very, very, very small frigate.
Yeah, that's tiny.
It's
You know, when he
exquisite.
first posted this, I thought he was putting on some little small blue screen diorama.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
great
the
idea.
filter,
The filter,
a great idea.
I do think that the ship. I mean, we've looked at building the ship, of course, studio scale. It's just so big. I think it almost the shape gets lost if it's that big. So actually, I
Yeah.
do think this ship looks better at a smaller scale than studio scale
I know what you mean.
for this
yeah.
display purposes at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't have a 8-foot frigate in your
Some people
living room.
can.
Yeah,
Some
me and
people
Marvin, we've nearly finished ours, haven't we, Marvin?
Yeah, it's almost done.
Just like
One of
the
those-
string.
80% done.
There's a smaller 3D print by somebody, isn't there? What's it? Does anybody know who
JPG?
made
Yeah,
JPG
JPG?
is the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
1/350.
It's
Yeah,
like the
that's
That's a
perfect
good
size.
size.
That's Nick
Yeah, that's-
Sagan's file, right?
Yeah. It's like I was saying the other day. I was talking to Merlin Models about the Sandcrawler, and like they were originally talking about let's build the big one, right? I'm like, you don't want to do that because it's too big, right? It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
There's
most people.
There's nothing commercial you could make about that, isn't?
No, but one half the size, which is basically the same exact size as the Randy Cooper kit, is perfect size for somebody to display a Sandcrawler. Like,
Yeah.
so that's where they're going. They're going half size, but like it fits on any shelf. Like it really is a great size if you take a half of the original.
Yeah.
But like say so I've had discussion with you guys. I'm sure each, John and all of you, like the studio scale of the Snowspeeder and the Cloud Car and the A-Wing are big. They're big. They're not humongous, but they're big sized models. And all three of those I want as a smaller model, like 1/24th instead of, like I get it. It's not studio scale, but when I look at a ship like an A-Wing, I don't picture it as some big honking Millennium Falcon or Sandcrawler. I picture it as sleek.
Yeah.
And that the maquette of the A-Wing, the scratch build maquette, is perfect size for an A-Wing. I want to do a smaller Cloud Car as well.
Yeah, I'd like a small amount of Cloud Car, wouldn't I, Marvin?
Yes, let's vac form that after we vac form the
it's almost in the middle.
Like,
yeah. So we gotta get some vac forming done, but this is a good little model to display.
yeah, nice work.
And Marcus is on now. He's watching. Looks good, brother.
Yeah.
Was it a 3D print? He says it's a resin model. Okay. Good. I have nothing against 3D prints. I like being able to build parts onto instead of just 4 blocks together and and it be like perfect. I'd rather at that. Andrew, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
This is really freaking cool. This is really freaking cool.
It's a really funky design, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah. Again, you're right,
almost...
Marvin. We need the concept picture.
Yep.
That's a new rule on Nerf herders. We need to see the concept or the original, especially on weird ones like this.
It looks like the legs look like there's like it's like it looks like they're muscles almost, don't they? They look like a living leg.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think he was building it that big, to be honest. Because if you just see that, if you see that cab only.
Pictures are slightly skewed because I don't think it's humongous.
Well, you see, yeah, but if you see that mouse,
Yeah.
that's like one of those mini mouse that you're supposed to operate with 2 fingers instead of your hand.
Like that could
Yeah.
fit the 6-inch figures, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because this cab is fairly big, but if you actually look at the concept art, that this whole, I know, let's call it a tail or whatever, that's pretty pretty hefty thing. That's going to be
If
a
you
big,
go back
big,
to the
big
controls,
build.
though, I thought it looked very reminiscent of the Star Trek original series, like control panels, like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
all
big,
that type of
big
stuff.
light gray
Yeah.
flat panels with big buttons. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
big
these
levers.
right here,
Yeah.
these levers are perfect Star Trek. They're like exactly out of Star
Yeah.
Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, go back to that concept picture, Chris, and then look in the background how it looks.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was
and,
going
like,
to point that out.
sideways.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a weird dimension. Like they kind of just drew it funky.
Very phallic.
At first I thought this was part of it, but then I realized it was just this half.
Yeah. As a
I love
design,
I even like the clouds.
Now this is Joe Johnston sketch.
No, I'll be honest, John. The first time I saw this sketch, I was looking more at the clouds. I love how he rendered them.
Yeah, I want to replicate those clouds.
I do love these samurai snowtroopers that he was
Yeah.
drawing in his concept sketches. I would love for just like I have all these 3D prints files for vintage figures, and I would love to add these outside of my I can't design them. That's something I can't do. And Jason Eaton was talking about, what did he say was the Sherman
worrying
part?
about
Which one
the-
is the Sherman
I
part?
think it's the cupola or whatever that's like on top of the
This
the
one?
roof. That no, in the build, the concept part.
Yeah. But I'm saying which is it? This one here?
No, he just put a part on the middle of the roof, I think.
Oh,
Or maybe,
okay. On
maybe
his.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
on the actual build.
Oh, that one there. Okay.
That's probably going to be like the mount for that spotlight.
Okay.
And he was worried that it was too high because you don't really see anything in the reference in the picture much as a mount. I think Jason was saying, don't worry about it. If it feels right, it feels right.
Mm-hmm. Because this is pretty high up. Well, this part isn't even on the cab. I think this part is on the back.
Yeah.
That's where the background picture is helpful.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to zoom in on it.
It's such a weird design. I'm just, now that I'm looking more at it, we're talking about it, looking at the model, just these are supposed to be armored transports, and yet they're extremely exposed in the back, gigantic windows, compared to the models we have in the
I
films.
mean, I find it very interesting as a model. I'm not sold on the design.
Yeah.
No, it's a weird design. Don't get me wrong. The model.
The one in the background, it's actually like stationary with its one leg going forward and one leg going backwards in the background.
So here's my question for you: is this the front or the back? Because you have another cockpit.
I would say that's the back.
I would think it's the back.
I would actually. It would look cooler, in my opinion, flip around the other way, like.
Yeah. Like this was the front.
Yeah.
I always assume that that the big windows are the front, but that's just basically because of a drawing, and I hadn't even thought about it being.
I think it's the back.
See, yeah, I thought the front portion looks like a cockpit, like it's tiny one person, and then the back was more of just storage and searching spotlight.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, look at the way the gun's pointing as well. The gun's pointing sort of as if it.
On first glance, you think the windows are the front, but as you look at it a little more, you realize that it's the back.
And the one in the back, John, I thought like he was just, or Johnston, who was just showing how it would lower itself to be unloaded and loaded, people getting in and out.
Right.
Yeah.
Taking a squat. Yeah.
I'm very excited to see how this progresses. And
This is I don't think this is an easy one to translate from concept art to a physical build. So
no, and those legs,
and getting it to stand. My question is, how is he going to build these? Because I mean,
you'd want them machined, wouldn't you? I guess
you would, but not many people have access to machining one-offs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why 3D printing could come in quite nicely. You could make the shell out of 3D printing or the shape, and then kit bash it up with real parts.
How sturdy would that be, though?
No, I would still open up some kind of area inside and put some threaded rod that you bend to shape. It's like
but
a
you're
mounting.
right about stability. I think you'd have to screw this thing down. It couldn't stand on its own.
You'd have to mount the feet to the base.
And you'd probably need a rod going here to kind of support
I think
it.
the problem with these things is always like you can get the leg to hold up the cab, probably. If it's reinforced, you can get the foot attached to the base, but the problem is always the ankles. Because if you have like a sturdy leg and a mounted foot, then all the pressure is going to be on those two mounting points in the ankle. And with the 3D print, at least the resin I use, I wouldn't trust with that. That would shatter.
Plus, you'd have to, if you 3D printed this, right, you'd have to figure out the angles and everything, and that's almost nearly impossible to balance this with and figure this out on its own.
This is just challenging build. So
yes.
Yeah, it would be nice to see what he does with it. Yeah.
Very, very, very cool, Andrew.
Yep.
I saw this the other day. I was like, "Ooh, it's got one."
I always used to flick past this in the books, but now we've sat here and studied it. It gets more appealing the more I look at it. You know, it's so
well,
so strange.
Even more to him building it. Like the cockpit itself is very angular, hard angles, hard corners. But the legs have a very flowing, organic nature to them.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
I'm curious how he's also going to approach that.
Yep.
Very interesting. I mean, I bet you nobody has tackled this before. I'm sure no one has tried to even remotely start this.
Yeah, he's hit the ground running because it looks really good.
Yeah.
I think this is his first pictures that he's put up of it, right?
Is there more? Keep going through.
Yeah, there's a couple more. Just
looking great.
Yeah.
Now this back here, I know who's this ship. What is this ship?
That's an Imperial ship.
That's the tabletop game, isn't it? Legion.
Okay.
Star Wars Legion model, I think.
I feel like I've seen that in a show. Like, was that in Mando? Were those two?
It was in was it or Andor?
And
no,
Andor. When they got out of the prison and they tried to steal that ship, and those guys caught them with the net. Those two aliens, and they were talking like, bop, 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 like.
It's been in a lot of animated shows too. But
yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that one.
We've got Skeleton Crew starting on Monday, haven't we? Or Sunday? This Sunday?
Second, right?
Or the third, yeah. Third.
Yeah,
I thought they changed the date. Okay.
Oh, did they?
I'm looking forward to seeing the actual ship.
Yeah, John Goodson did that ship, right?
Oh, third. Okay.
Right? Right about that? Yeah. John, you'll have to let me use your account because I'm boycotting Disney until they make some good stuff. I don't know. I'm struggling with that. Like, I have to watch Andor 2, and I don't want to pay Disney. I want them to suffer without my $15 so they make some good stuff. Right?
Yes, they'll feel it.
I think
they're gonna feel my $15
if you don't put your $15 in.
Yes, I'll give you $15 for the month so I can watch it, but I won't give Disney $15.
Done.
Hard sell.
Okay, Rod. I'm not familiar with how is this? Is this
Concept
118 speeder concept? Are these scratch built ones?
They were going around printed, weren't they?
Okay.
I can't remember the guy who's come up with the design, but it's the Joe Johnson again, isn't it?
I love this snow speeder concept. I love it. This was one of the ones that that Merlin had talked about doing, those 4. And I was like, hell yeah, I want this bad. Like, I want this.
But I mean, it's readily available.
Yeah. I just don't want to build a 3D print.
No, I suppose not.
No. I haven't got my hands dirty yet, and I'd rather not. And Chris.
That's looking so nice.
Yes. Great job, Chris.
Yeah, that looks like was it Brian Johnson's one he sold to the prop store?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the first one or the second one they opened in? I don't know. There's 2, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know it was.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a great job.
Yeah.
Chris is busy with work too, like I am.
I need to go back and redo it.
Chris has been busy with work like me, and he posted that he finally got to be able to finish this now. Chris is a nice dude. Chris is a good dude.
Yeah, that's
look great, Chris.
Nice.
I can't believe how good those NPC kits were back in the day.
Yeah.
They were such trash plastic with flash all over them and warped and bendy, disgusting things. And then you end up building it and you're actually like, I really like this. This is this is nice.
Definitely. And the size is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And Scott is building a B-Wing. That is a mammoth task. Right? That's not an easy.
Like, try and find the Sat V part in every single ILM model, and the B-Wing has it secretly hidden away like that. Like this, like it's brilliant. Bill George did such an amazing job doing that.
Is it to build a B-Wing? You need to vac form the shells, right? Didn't he?
Yep.
Aren't they vac formed?
Yep.
It's a mammoth task.
Have you started one of those, Marvin?
I did years ago, but the shape of the wing wasn't good enough. It didn't fit the. I think that's the hard part of this thing, is getting the shape and the width and the curvature of that wing correct.
Right. Yeah. I wish I hadn't sold mine to it.
Scott, if you vac form yours, I may have to hit you up for an extra shell. Because I want to build one of these badly. I really do. I love the B-Wing.
Yeah, such a cool design.
Yeah,
do that.
We should have gotten more screen time, actually.
It's such a shame.
Yeah, they were meant to be the new X-Wing, weren't they? They were like meant, but they were so thin when they filmed it. They couldn't even
work on the Bucks. Oh,
yeah, it's a shame.
God. Yeah, B-Wing is one of those that, honestly, I don't think I haven't backformed anything yet. So like, it'd be a very long time till I could build one of these. But man, I love me some B-Wing. It's such an original.
Can you go back? Because they're in that airfix part, there's a lump that rises on that circular. Keep going back. There.
Yep.
There's a lump. Can you see that?
Wait.
Is it both sides
on here?
Yeah.
On the original kit part, it's not perfectly round. It has that bulge.
Yep.
So when you wrap it in styrene like he has, you got to give him extra kudos that he's got that.
Oh, I see what you mean. Here, this bulge. Yeah, on the Sat V part. Yeah.
It's probably why ILM also put those extra strips there, just because you already see that it's different.
Yes.
And then you kind of make it a feature instead of a bug.
Yeah, problem, yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, lots of goodness in that cockpit. Yeah. Nice.
I think he has a picture of the cockpit too.
It's rare that they would put a pilot in as well from an actual kit, apart from like the X-Wings and stuff. But
he said the bulge is cut.
Oh, okay.
On the original.
Yeah, to make the strip probably. So filed away just where the strip is.
Yeah, I don't see any bulge here.
Yeah, that's what your wife said.
Not last night she did. Not last night she did not. Yeah. Is that okay? Are these all glued down, or are they just kind of laid in there? That they're all like haphazard. Let's look at the cockpit piece. Yeah, I think he's just laid down for now.
Mm-hmm.
Says he had to cut ribs. Dry fitted, yeah. I had to count ribs and found out it had to be cut to form the right shape. Great job, Scott.
Yeah, it's really
definitely.
nice.
This is not easy.
Love the B-Wing. Love it. Gary is not working on Star Wars. We're going to skip right by that.
This
Hacker.
is lovely.
Oh, gosh.
Crazy cool.
Yeah.
Now, this one's all scratch built. This is not based off of using a DRSini, right?
I thought it was the shell, or maybe I'm wrong.
I think by now Hacker can build
He was.
a Millennium Falcon shaped ship like in his
Yeah,
in his
I
sleep.
suspect so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That's so nice.
but there was he put some blast marks in to hide an discrepancy in the shell, didn't he?
Oh, right here, yeah. See, you
Yeah.
can see some bulges there.
Yeah.
That's what he
That's
did.
smart.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, you look at how dented and bashed up the original A New Hope Falcon is twisted.
It makes it feel a little bit like those old 1940s bare aluminum aircraft.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, where they
The
got
Indiana
Yeah,
Jones,
panels
like,
and the ripple.
but you also, you also see between the rivets, you also see
Yeah.
some warping
Yep.
always. Yeah,
They've been formed over wooden logs.
yeah.
But
He
it's
has
also
a
crazy
mold.
how quickly he put this together. I mean,
Yeah.
I know,
Guy's a machine.
yeah.
honestly. And he builds like 1/16 scale tanks and stuff as well. And, you know,
I love this. This back
gorgeous.
ribbing
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
nice.
I mean, look at these are all Plastruct pieces he glued on there.
Mhm.
Plastruct U channels. Jesus.
It's so nice, that rear deck.
Look
It's
at how
nice
great.
without. I know it sounds weird, but it's nice without kit parts on.
Yeah. Yeah, but look at how like awesome his panel describing is.
Very clean.
Oh
Yeah,
my
look at
goodness.
Look at the gun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, zoom into that gun, can you, Chris?
That's as far as zooming
Oh,
as I
right,
can get
okay.
in this picture. Yeah.
I'm looking at it on an iPhone. We all know what my setup's like at the moment.
Just get your
Oh,
face closer
right.
to the screen, John.
Yeah.
If people don't know, he literally has his camera piled up on pillows. with his Bart Simpson zippers on. Love
Living
it.
the dream.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, he's got his own like Millennium Falcon museum going on for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Now, is he going after? Is this Macquarie? Like he's basing this off of Macquarie?
Joe Johnston?
Because he wrote. Is it Joe? A little
Oh, no,
update
maybe
on the
you're right.
seat.
Maybe it's the Macquarie.
I thought it was the Macquarie.
It's the Macquarie spec,
Falcon.
isn't it?
So he's going to be taking that to a Comic Con at the weekend. Awesome.
The Stuttgart
fun,
one.
man.
It's the one that we were supposed to go to.
Yeah, that was the one we were supposed to go to.
Oh, damn it. Why can't we do fun things?
Damn it, Chris. I'm the one who was like, let's go there, let's go there, let's go there. And now I can't go. But Felix and him were discussing that they may come to Wonderfest next year.
Wonderfest.
The amount of people coming to Wonderfest from the group is pretty great.
Yeah, someone. I've had messages, people asking me about it, and as if I've forgotten a date or something. Is it the same time as it was last year? Right?
Yes,
no-
June.
they were-
Next June. First week in June.
Okay.
If you seriously, there's no not coming for you. Like I will fly across and drag you across the river, the ocean by your ears if you say no. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't booked my room yet though.
Put in vacation time with the wife.
I will. I think that's called divorce.
It's okay.
Have you been divorced? No, it's vacation time.
Vacation time.
We call it vacation time.
This was the best photo. I loved it.
This is funny as all hell.
Yeah.
He's pretty close to having this thing finished, isn't he? Like, this is pretty far along. This is almost done.
Has he got kids? Because they're small shoes. or are they the actual size of his feet?
Those are pretty small. There is, like, he must have dolls, or his daughter has dolls or something.
No, I mentioned you just happen to have teeny tiny Chucks around. He said it's the beauty of Amazon or something. So I think he just bought them quickly because of this.
Brilliant.
He's been going to town on this.
For amusement. I love it.
Yes. He really has been going to town on this. I remember 3 months ago, or maybe it was a month ago, where he just built the head, you know. How long ago did I make our head? How long ago did I send you the head that I built for you? That was gotta be 2 years ago. I haven't even touched it since then.
Yeah.
I got all my kit parts
that's going to be after the blockade runner, after the slave one.
Yes.
After the so-and-so.
Are you doing blockade runner?
Not blockade runner, rebel transport.
Oh yeah. Rebel transport,
always
slave one.
Yeah.
Sail barge.
Yeah. Marvin, I can see why you didn't want to paint that for a long time, because it looks so cool like that.
It really is one of the best models they made.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Let's see here. Tyler is building.
That's the Bandai, but look how cool that Bandai kit looks. They are just great fun, the Bandai kits.
Yeah, they are. Very well done.
And they're just the perfect shape.
What I want to know is the 2 times that I've seen Tyler's builds, they're on this nice office desk with no mess. Like, he is not building these things there. Although I think I've seen.
Oh, how nice is that? That's nice.
I didn't even notice it snuck in there. What was this?
So that turret is the big turret head on the old turret body. Is that right? Does that make sense?
It doesn't make any sense.
Bandai took your big turret head that you've got, the Death Star turret, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scaled it down and put it on the one that Salzo offered from like.
Oh. Okay. Now
so that turret's got like the droid strip in the middle and stuff.
Yeah. Now I understand.
Yeah. Did they like even put in like the little walkway and stuff?
I think so.
I mean, there's like a little platform on the big.
There's a platform, yeah, from the start, isn't it?
Yeah. Of an AMT, some AMT thing.
The tanker trailer, ladder. Yeah.
Wait.
Chris, is that whose lounge is that? And fire.
That's Tyler's. That's him.
That's nice. That's really nice.
That's him watching. I was looking at this picture thinking, is the A-wing in there somewhere?
I was doing the same.
Am I missing it?
Trying to find it.
On the mantle instead next to the moose.
That just shows you how easy it is to put your own pictures accidentally up into the group. God knows what. Oh, hey, here you go, look.
Yeah, there he is.
Just so we know who's posting. Yeah.
Yes. Just as good as a reference picture is a face picture.
Exactly. Let's put in another rule. You have to put in a picture of yourself with a model, so you actually know that you built it and who built it. Yeah.
No plagiarism involved.
Verification.
Right.
And Jason put up a picture of the
robot, the R2
Pyro.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how thin the canopy was in the original model above the pilot's head.
Here.
Can you see what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think that was filed down right against the edge for the appearance of being thin? It actually got thicker.
It almost looked like
fit the pilot.
Yeah, I think it almost didn't fit his helmet.
That's what she said.
So you're saying they should have just kept it as is and used more spit? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And someone made a comment that is the droid sitting literally on top,
Yeah.
so there's no like
Yeah, it
pit
doesn't look like
for it
there's
to
a
sit.
hole, huh? No.
No hole.
I will still never learn the differences between all these pyro and hero, and oh god, it's
No.
for one particular model to have so many discrepancies and so many weird
Mm-hmm.
versions of it is it's insane.
Yeah, you can spend a lifetime
What is-
studying that.
You can just do X-rays,
like
yeah.
12 or 15 different versions of just call signals, right? You have the ones that were blue, and then all 12, right?
Yeah.
And then pyros of each one.
That's what I
And
mean.
here-
The pyro. That's what I get confused about.
Well, I'm assuming that some of them were never made as heroes, though, right? Like
Mm.
say, Red 7, right? Was probably never a hero version, right? I don't know if there was a Red 7, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the original looks like a cast. That's a cast, right?
I think they
That's
were
not
all
scratch.
cards, weren't
The pyros, yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's how they did the pyros, right? They cast them.
they? It was off a wooden buck, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then like thin outer layer, and then something in between, just so you could blow them up. Well, I think they were all casts.
I'm assuming that
Yeah.
buck is long gone.
Yeah.
No, I think Gus Lopez has it.
Really?
Yeah, he has the two. There's two sides on a picture frame.
That's a safe bet with anything.
Yeah.
Next to his picture of his dog. Next,
Yeah. And the Death Star.
right at the bottom of his base of his steps.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting if they get that museum going.
It
I
would
hope
be.
so.
Yeah.
Warhammer. I've never seen this before.
And that's probably all hand painted too, which is impressive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's well done. It looks great.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
I like the cartoony style of just going at it, no ref, just have a laugh and just make it how you
Nice
want it.
colorful, and the modulation they do with the panels and stuff. They do have a lot more freedom in that sense to make it pop.
This is painted fantastic.
Nice.
I went into the local Games Workshop shop the other day to pick up some white aerosol spray paint, and I always get amazed by what's in their cabinet. The cabinet is full, top to bottom, with all these figures just painted beautifully.
I love that colors. Okay. This is not easy. This was not.
So we're going to skip this one.
That's Mirage, isn't it? You've used there?
Yeah, it is actually the main body. I cut it.
Yeah.
So you're building two of
Um,
these, right, Chris?
I built one before. I built mine before, and then
Right.
now I'm building a second one.
Oh, okay.
And getting this angle was just, I did it wrong
Yeah.
twice.
It wasn't easy.
Pulled it
was
off.
it?
And to support it so it stays, because this henlong ends down here, right? So if you look
Yeah.
behind, all this styrene is,
Mine's held on with a magnet.
yeah.
Have you
And
done everything
and
twice
some of that
on this
reason
one,
is
Chris?
I can turn the magnet and actually like make it like look correct.
What were you saying, Aaron?
I said, have you done everything on this one twice? Because didn't you mess up the panels? On
Yeah,
the,
I did the top backwards. The front was the back, and the back was the front. I had to rip all that. The problem is I have only a little bit of time, and I'm kind of rushing a little bit and not really paying attention as much as I should. Again, so if you look here, this plaster lampshade, right, and this piece, I didn't even stupid. I finally put the top on this, and this was sticking up too high. I'm like, God damn it! And so I had to pry those off and flip them so it don't look like this anymore, like the top. And then once I did that, and then I realized this has a curve to it, right? So I had to take this whole assembly off and lower it down so that it would the tank would sit on top. So yeah, I did this 2 times, each part of it. So yeah, just take your time. Like, think things ahead of time. No, don't just throw it in there and think, oh yeah, that'll work. No. And even the tank inside is all like it's altered. I cut a bunch of stuff and using a bunch of the motors that make sounds and stuff. So yeah. But like I said, it's a fun build. It actually is, building the styrene, the acrylic with it. This was Ollie, and we got, so here's Phil. Phil is building the blockade runner. Actually, I want to get to his Rebel. What was that one called? The red one he did?
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Let's see.
He's a phenomenal painter.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one turned out great.
They were both prints, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like that he actually spent some time making the prints look good.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked he made a specific post because Lauren Peterson liked it.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And John Goodson, I think, as well.
Yeah, Goodson too. Yeah, I didn't know Lauren was in our group.
Look at that. Look at that. I think that has to be the nicest paint job I've seen of any of these done.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really great.
And he documented it. He had a lot of layering to it between to get those subtleties.
I look at this and I think, wow, when's it taping?
And it's not that big, is it? Well, it is big, but it's not over huge. So you got to give him even more credit for that paint job.
This is fantastic, Phil.
I'd never wanted one, but now I'm like, oh, that would be so much fun to do that.
Well, we were looking at the original with John, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's so they used kit parts on it, but it's very, what was the word we used? It was very like not as intricate as the older ones where they placed the kit part placement.
Well, John said that the kit parts were too small that they put on. It lost its way like that. On that panel, actually, you can see there if you go back.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Was it that?
Yeah.
I think he was saying it was getting too busy. Like there was so much stuff that was packed into it.
Yeah.
And it just becomes noise. You don't see any functionality anymore.
Yeah.
And then somebody commented that the brass thing sticking out there, that's broken off the original, hasn't it?
Yeah,
sure
I didn't know that. Yeah, that was news to me. Yeah.
I'm sure it has. That's a cool little feature. I like that.
It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very odd.
Anglerfish.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely.
Yeah, great job, Phil.
Yeah, I like the way, because you think some of those panels look almost orange, but they're pink, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, here.
Yeah.
I remember John Goodson saying this is one of his favorite models that he made.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I think it's my favorite model of the whole prequels he did.
Yeah,
it feels like something that is like a lineage almost to the old movies, to the original trilogy.
Well, and it harkened back to the originals with that opening shot of the same cruiser flying over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would fit in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would.
Very nice. So I'm going to work my way back. Looking forward to seeing how you make this one.
Well, yep.
John.
Somebody begging for parts.
Now this is honestly one of the reasons why I started this group, is for people to help each other find parts. Right? It's one of the main reasons, because if you remember correctly, I did start a little private Facebook group with a bunch of people, kind of a swap shop. Remember?
Yes.
And it did nothing. It didn't move. Like nobody. It was it was nothing. Like
Yeah.
maybe like a couple posts and 2 people swapping things, and that was it. But on here, on this group, like everybody's helping each other out. And it's been great. It has been. So, no. I love this pumpkin pie picture. It has to be one of my worst thumbnails, though. No, I take that back. The A-Wing thumbnails were absolutely atrocious, but I couldn't see the letter, so I was like, oh, I don't care. I just let's get it up there. Okay, here we go. Joseph.
Voyager.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which ship it is, but
I love Babylon 5.
I don't think people got that joke. But he's done a fantastic job with these lights, and the base looks cool.
It even has like the little Delta Flyer coming out the back.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
And
nice.
I mean, lit too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. I think he has another one on here too, doesn't he? It's coming out of somewhere else. Oh, at the front, right there.
Oh, but that will be
I
the
didn't think
captain's
Voyager
yacht.
had
Then.
a captain's yacht, did it?
Yeah, they do have it. She does have it, but it was never used
yeah.
in the show. And they
Okay.
ended up using it in which movie was it? One of the Next Generation movies.
Oh, what? What is
It
it?
is
A
in-
You're right.
captain's yacht?
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so there's a small ship underneath in the dish, and it's called the captain's yacht, and the captain could take it out.
Enterprise E has it as well, I think.
Yeah, and was it not? What was the movie? The one with the Baku. That's where they
Listen,
actually
listen, Linda. We don't talk geek on this show.
Yeah.
All right, Marvin,
Always
we'll have
always
our own
good.
show. Let's...
Yeah.
we don't talk geek on this show. Star Trek geek is a totally different kind of geek.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole different level of geek on Star Trek.
Chris, I
Well,
think
here's
you're alienating
another
people.
question for Marvin. That multicolored at the bow of the ship there. I don't remember that. Or is
No, me neither. Me neither. I remember like the normal generic coloring, and then of course when they make all the Borg adjustments to the
and
ship.
that's what at first what I thought it was, but
Yeah, no, but those were all green. I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
What were you gonna say, John?
Nothing.
You were starting to say, Chris. I don't.
Oh, what's that?
This
Did
isn't
they-
part of the ship.
No, pack of cards. Yeah, Star Trek Voyager.
And
Intrepid class.
I was busted on him about his wires, like because I'm an
that's so
electrician.
good.
Yeah, but the lighting in this is incredible.
Yeah. That's one thing that really annoys me about when I have to light a model. Knowing that it'll never get turned on, and I spent all that time doing it.
Well, the good thing is he built it into the base, so it's just buttons you have to push.
Yeah,
instead
that's
of
good.
plugging a whole bunch of crap in. And I may start incorporating this into some of my models, because as of right now, in my basement I have everything wired so that I can turn on a switch and they all go on, like all the lights and all the models and everything goes on separately. But like I like these buttons so you have different functions. But man.
Yeah, it's a good idea to
think
do it in the base, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Incredible job, man. I think he did some photos where it's on a background too.
Are the nacelles motorized? Do you know?
I don't know what nacelle is.
Okay.
I think they are.
The back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think they are. I think he posted a video a while ago where he showed how they were. Well, let's play the video.
There you go.
See if we can make it bigger. Play. I'm sure it shows. Maybe not. Maybe it's just pictures.
Cool lighting for it though, with the like nebula on the back.
Yeah, that's cool.
I met Joseph at Wonderfest.
Hmm.
Really nice guy. And he asked, "Hey, I told him about the group. He's like, "Well, I do Star Trek." I'm like, "I don't care. Post it."
Hmm.
We
Well,
just don't.
Joseph, there are people that enjoy both Star Wars and Star Trek, so keep
Yeah.
posting.
Yes, absolutely. Keep posting.
Ignore what Chris just said.
Yeah, just ignore Chris.
Yeah.
Listen, I can appreciate the models. I just like when you're talking the cells and you're talking Borg
Yeah.
Cube and you're talking like Ensign, whatever their names is, phaser set on stun. Like, yeah.
This Star
Why
Trek model
phasers?
is
Why
really good.
phasers set on stone? Why do you have a problem? Why do you mention that? That's exactly
I
what
wanna kill people.
stormtroopers.
The same thing.
Yeah, but it's exactly what stormtroopers did when they captured Leia.
'Cause I
So,
wanna kill
so there's no difference, and
There's a big
Okay,
difference,
that's it.
Marvin. Big, huge difference.
Yeah, Chris, shut up.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I used to watch Star Trek until I got like 15. So I was after
Martin,
that.
give him a Vulcan. Was it that neck grip through the box
Yeah.
above your head?
I still remember some of the episodes where they're like singing throughout the whole episode. I was like, all right, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's wasn't that Life Day on Star Wars as well? So yeah.
Yeah.
It happens
Yeah,
on
well,
both things.
Todd is building an X-Wing.
Look at that. Go back. I love that shading he's done on that Sherman rear. Look at that.
Mm.
That's good.
All that dirt and grime.
Yeah, lovely. And this is a Captain Cardboard X-Wing, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't think.
Old school.
Is it?
It was
Does it say-
one that I think he bought it and he stripped the paint from it. Is that right?
Oh yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
He's a
I like
great
that
painter.
nose.
I love all those details.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those details are almost like little nods to armor modeling. So I think that's why you also like it. Some of the chipping,
Yeah.
right, on the edges.
Red One. A lot of little details all over Red One.
Yeah, I don't think I've done Red One.
That's a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah. Like these details here, I don't reckon. Like, I never studied the model, so.
Is that a blue line? No, it's just my phone showing. Are we still looking at Star Trek models?
We're still no. God, I can't wait to get the back form and start putting this thing together. I love this ship.
Yeah.
Love. It's gonna be so awesome.
So
Can't wait
okay,
to,
looking at that
display it
photo.
vertically.
Sorry, go ahead, John.
One
I
time.
was just saying, I'm looking forward to displaying it vertically so you can see the detail underneath.
Are you displaying it vertically?
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that. Even though I love the bottom of it, I need to do it horizontal.
There's that famous picture of it in the background of George Lucas, and he's got it vertical.
It's vertical, isn't it? Yeah.
So in that picture, Chris, I forget in the movie when it flies past out of Hoth, past the Star Destroyers, is the landing gear extended in that shot?
I don't know. I don't know. I just
because I don't remember it. I don't remember the.
I don't remember the landing gear either. That's why I'm thinking it might not have been.
I remember it in the picture where Luke is on Hoth still, and you see it taking off in the background. There I see it. In space, I really can't recall.
But they're dark, aren't they? And it's against the black matter.
Exactly. They're small, thin. So I probably didn't. I don't know. When you guys built this section, right? I mean, are those parts like removable or
no?
No.
Well, they are.
They're horrible.
Exactly. I can just snap it off.
They're horrible. Yes, they're rough to build. Yeah, especially the little black, like spoon looking things that are at the very end
Yeah.
from
horrible.
the BT-46. Oh,
Yeah.
there's no
I'd
way
rather,
those aren't snapped off.
I'd rather slam my cock in a car door than do that again.
Okay. So Michael Janes is starting to paint his sandcrawler. I know it's farther along than this. He showed me pictures of his base coat.
Yeah,
Who's
brilliant.
Marvin.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Marvin's got his Hugglesla out again.
Hugglesla. Okay. Yeah. So this will be the how many? This will be the fourth one finished, right?
Yeah, but he's done
Marvin?
the tracks.
Yeah, he did the tracks separately. He made his tracks RC.
And have
And,
you seen his tracks? Have you seen how intricate they are? He showed me some like blueprints of how they are. And they are. It's like it's like a Ford Escort.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's just it's cogs, wheels, tracks, things going on. It's just insane. You know, he's a droid builder, isn't he? So it's going to be it's going to be like that.
Plus, his internal inside, he built his internally as well, and it's all animated. Like he's got Jawas moving like up and down, and like machines moving up and down, and welding parts going on, and is in my imagination, okay, or is every time you take a picture of this back, it looks crooked. No matter how many, like, I'm sure his is straight, and mine is straight. But every time I take a picture of it, it looks like it's crooked for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is. Yeah, because that doesn't look straight, but I'm sure it is. Because I know looking at mine in person, it's straight, but then a picture, it like one side looks angled.
Well, the airfix bit at the top looks lower, but it probably isn't. It might just be the
right. Like I'm saying, I think this one might be a little lower than this one, but like I'm talking about these walls here, and even like the
probably
top.
just a perspective.
Yeah, it looks
because you have the
it is
are straight, but
yeah,
the walls
I know it is.
In, so it's gonna mess with you.
But what I'm trying to say is, I can never get a good picture of mine that it looks remotely straight.
So you'd have to step back and then focal zoom into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long lens, far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have seen the pictures, seen me trying to take photographs of mine that morning when I'd finished it and it was a blue sky above.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I've got to go and get that picture. And where I work, my park was still open, so people were driving past me. And I've got this toy out in the middle of this, like outside my barn where I work, with me laying on the ground like that, trying to get a picture of it. So it looks like the scene from the film. What we do.
Can anybody tell me what this part is here?
That's the landing gear from the Mirage, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, fuck you then.
I think the bottom, the bottom part is Intex. Yeah, Intex.
These are Intex.
The ATST part.
Yes, it's the part that's on the ATST.
All right, what does Marvin win?
Oh well, if you're gonna just be scratch building something, you might as well use the most expensive kit that's available.
Just use like 4 or 6 Intex. Yeah, why not?
So there's one of these in each kit, right? So like there's
we used 8.
There's 8. So no, there's $8,000 right there on these 4 pieces, right? No, they're not. They're cast. They're like, yeah. Could you imagine
don't
using?
Tell the buyer that.
Well, no, he don't watch the well, actually, he probably will watch the show. But yeah, 8. Each one of these is $2,000 basically. Like, could you imagine using these parts on a commission?
No.
Like, no.
I'm asking people to lend me 8 rad parts, Chris.
Yeah, that's a $30 kit.
Yeah. Time's harder.
So but let's see what else. I mean, we got a lot. We got a long backlog. But I want to see if there's something particular. Can you guys think of any particular ones that? Here's the Lauren Peterson one.
Yeah,
like I would be happy too if he liked one of my models as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. He's in the group. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did not know he was in the group.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I saw
He's
it.
watching
I
now.
think I saw the invite and I accepted the invite, but I think he was invited by somebody. I think he was invited by somebody.
Probably Jason.
Yeah, perhaps.
Eaton.
I can't remember, but yeah.
Royalty.
Definitely.
Rocco's. Oh, he did post a picture prior of
we
it.
saw,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, back on the Lauren thing, it's one thing. It's great he's in the group, but he's actually liking and participating, so it shows he's actually looking at this stuff.
Yeah, he's probably more interested in stuff that's not like this that he's seen and made himself.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that some of the people who are interacting in the group, who aren't generally interactive on other areas that I've seen. Well, not that I pay attention that much, but I think this is Jason Eaton's build of the. I get all excited when I see orange.
Yeah, we'll talk about expensive. He's used 4 C labs there, isn't he?
Yeah,
that's what I think his comment or his post was, how expensive the C lab parts were.
All right,
4 C labs died. Yeah. I get really excited when I see that orange. I don't. Oh, there. See, look, he's commenting on the group too.
Oh, the holy grail of model making.
Yeah.
Oh, cool! I didn't see that.
That's awesome.
That's all really cool, actually. God, I want to meet him. I really do. I want to so badly. Let's see if I think we're kind of at a point where I think this. Thank you for posting the concept picture, Jason. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I've never seen this.
No.
It's a really small. It's a really small drawing. I think it's the one where you see like a little stormtrooper on horses at the base of the turret.
Yeah.
I think it's that one.
Hold on. There's a picture. There's a concept picture of horses on a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
For real?
No,
at the bottom
of the turret on the Death Star surface.
Only like
There's
stickman size.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
small.
2 millimeter high, but you can see it's like a little horsey with a fear on top.
Oh,
That's
okay.
probably where they got that shit idea for. What was that?
I know.
Return of Palpatine or whatever it was called.
That's where I'm going with this. I
Return of
busted on
Palpatine.
that so bad that they had horses on a Star Destroyer. I vehemently just like shit all over that movie because of that. And here it was. Joe Johnson made a concept drawing of it.
Yeah, but that's a good thing because when you do concepts, you're supposed to explore, and then you ignore certain
weed out
ideas.
the garbage. Yes.
Yeah.
Weed out the garbage. Yeah.
They just forgot to do that last step.
It's literally the only thing about that movie that I remember is the horses were on a Star Destroyer. I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, please make it stop. Just please.
Well, that brings up a point, like with the concept drawings. A lot of the newer Star Wars stuff, they're trying to just use older concept drawings and bring that element back.
They are.
But I often think there's a reason they weren't used. There's an element to them that didn't work, that didn't feel a part of that universe, and it shouldn't be brought into the stuff now.
Notice he didn't add the picture with the horses on the bottom. So.
It might not be that image. There was
okay.
There was one that had it.
Okay. Oh, here's the video of the lights I was talking about.
And the chaotic wiring.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that, Jesus.
It gives me the shudders. Great work. Great work, but honestly
where do you start with that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
It's like C-3PO.
I'm eventually gonna get him to start organizing his wires. I'm going to.
Look at that.
That's my goal.
Likewise.
That's a goal.
I wonder which model this is actually. If this is the polar lights or
Did AMT do them?
Yeah, way in back,
Or
but now
Veil?
you got better ones, I think, with improved molds. I'm not completely sure, but the size is really nice.
I've asked him to help me with the lighting and the sound for my upcoming sail barge.
Hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So
because I want to have strobe flashing lights on each deck and playing like Cantina music and Max Rebo music. Oh look at like blinks.
Oh, Chris, did you buy me
I was
that?
gonna ask
Buy me
what
that
would
kit
be
last
lit.
night.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Which one?
No, that's fine.
What was that?
Did you buy me that Mobius kit last night that I asked for before it ended?
No, I did not want to speak to you about that.
Cheers, mate.
I'll talk to we'll talk after.
Thanks for letting that auction end. Cheers.
Oh, did it end?
Yeah,
Did it end?
in 2 hours.
No. Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah,
If it didn't sell, it'll get relisted. And there's more on there.
Oh, yeah, just send me a Trump hat instead.
Oh, here, I want to talk about this one. So this is Steven working on his transport.
It's the smaller one, isn't it? To go with this
much smaller.
Yeah.
Like
it's tiny.
Yeah, look at that. And it's, and the size of it is tiny.
I could not believe how small it was.
His frigate is what, 350? Is it the same as the JPG, his frigate? Or is it smaller than that?
No,
Is it
this is
144?
much smaller.
This is like
this
the
is
one
like
that came
6
with like
inches.
the X-wing and Hoth battle kit.
Oh,
back in the
right.
day.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, look, it's tiny.
Yes, that's small. Jeez.
You can see it on the bubble wrap there, how tiny it is.
There.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Small.
I love the transport.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I just noticed he has on his monitor the image to the same size as his, so he can just hold it up 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I feel sorry, John. I didn't realize it was an auction.
No, it doesn't
We'll
matter.
talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
What you need that for? Okay.
It's my
I think
Christmas present for myself.
I think we is Jason doing another?
No, this was
no, these are all pictures from
when he made before.
From his last one,
everyone was doing escape pods.
Yeah. Okay, I think we hit a bunch of good spots. That's a nice display. Yep. I do like that display. I like this. This isn't the original one, but it's a cool vision, a cool
Yeah.
All right. So oh wait, one more thing. Stuart. And these
castings for the 5-foot Falcon.
Yeah. Now, where did castings from? Did he cast his own pieces that he built, or these are some damn ass good castings? Look at those.
Yeah, nice.
He said something in the post comment, didn't he?
I think so.
Because he's done this for a few people, right? I guess, is that right? There's a few people who've ordered
5-foot Falcon.
A few other builds
for his build though, and also a few others.
Load have arrived over the last week for his. Oh, so they've arrived to him. So he's bought them from somewhere, I guess. Is that right? From his master patterns, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I thought he was doing his own. Like he scratch built all of his sidewalls. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. But
they look pretty nice, though.
They do. Those are some beautiful castings. Look at that.
Yeah, gorgeous.
No bubbles, no flashing, no
cleanup, lovely
details, none of that.
Yeah, but guys, it can be hard to say it like this, but if you actually care about what you're casting, it's possible to get casts that are nearly perfect. And every time we get resin kits or parts or whatever that aren't, it's either a lack of equipment or expertise or just lack of care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see
look at that in that coupler, there's that.
These These are
the
perfect.
Russian wheel. Go back, Chris.
This way.
That's it. See that Russian wheel there? I think it's a Russian wheel inside there. Yeah, that would be full of bubbles, wouldn't it? That wheel.
Oh yeah.
In a resin.
And even here, you would miss some of these squares. I mean, there'd be
Yeah.
ways-
Oh god, yeah.
Well, and I love all the detailing of the welding around the edges.
The
comes
weld
through.
the weld beads. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
King Tiger, isn't it? Yeah, I think King Tiger Porsche turret.
I mean, wow. I'm not. I don't like using casts, but like I would
When I
use
like
these.
this, yeah.
Oh,
when I
I
like
use that
this,
all day long. Yeah.
That would certainly speed up your build, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I got.
if we can get Stuart just to put
Before I
the
start.
Falcon in rubber now, we can all have one.
Yeah. Let's see if he has any extras of these, maybe.
Well, Perminda, we saw Graham's jaw box, didn't we? The lower part he'd cast because I think they're the same above and below, and that was similar to that.
Yes.
Go back a
That's
couple
beautiful.
photos, Chris. One more. That one.
This
Like, look at the depth of the casting, like how it on that far right
this
piece,
8-rad.
and just how
The
clean
8-rad
that
part,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that is perfect.
All those negative areas.
There's nothing missing there. That's not an easy part to cast. I mean, think about it. Like all these little crevices always pull the silicone away, right?
Yeah.
these are excellent. Yeah.
Right. Well, I think we're good. Unless there's something that somebody wanted to talk about specifically.
Well, we only went back, I think, 1 week in the posts.
Yeah, pretty much. What's this? This is...
That's a skateboard.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought we went back like 3 months.
3 years.
Oh yeah, here's a casting. Here's what you were talking about. Like parts are missing, and he even said he asked. I think Brian asked how to make this better, like material or the resin to use. What would be better to use?
Oh, he cast these himself?
Yeah, he cast them himself. I think. I think he was asking somehow.
Like the thing is, I have no equipment back here, not at home. It's just, but when I cast, I always cast like just a couple for myself, and like most of it is just taking your time with a little toothpick and thinking about the mold and getting all the air bubbles out, and it'll never be perfect. But there's no way you can do like actual numbers that way. And when you do numbers, that's when you see when people introduce air bubbles.
Yeah,
I love this shot, John. I don't know why. I just looked at it. I was like,
this could be straight from the Island Workshop.
That's what it
I know. It's got all this.
The chaos.
Just as much stuff, the chaos, the messiness.
Yeah, that's just what I step around in all day.
I have to clean up every day, or else lose my mind.
That is the clean area. What are you on about?
I know. I've seen the rest of the area. It got the best. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Where is it? It got the best.
Yeah.
If you get one of these gifts from me, you know I'm like salivating over the picture you're sending.
Well, and I love the pairing of the Moncal ship in the back next to the Sandcrawler. Right. They're both detailed.
And then the skate pod in the foreground. Like it's a beautiful shot. I just love it.
Yeah, I was just clicking away, and then I stood back and thought, "Oh, to get a picture of that." And a slave one behind it.
Oh yeah, that's back there. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, very nice, John. And to close out, love that shot. So we may put that as like a we may put that up for. I'm gonna save that. Put that up for like the background to this for a little bit. Cause all right, so that was a fun 2 hours. Surprised 2 hours went by like
3
nothing.
months we've been on there.
Yes, 3 months.
3 months felt like 2 hours.
I remember Jason always said to me, I would always say the other day, right, to him, the other day I was doing this, and turns out it was like weeks ago. It wasn't the other day, it was weeks ago. He's like, was it 2 days ago, or was it like 6 months ago? I'm like, yeah, it was probably more like 6 months ago. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to eat some turkey. You guys all gotta go to work. I'm gonna eat some food. I actually have the day off. I have tomorrow off, and I have Monday off too. So Saturday, so I should be able to get some shit done this weekend. Yeah, I will be. I'm gonna have these two. One of them, that one done, and ready to go. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, let's sign off. This was a great show. I've actually missed doing this because all I'm doing is driving nowadays and talking to each of you on the phone. You guys are like my therapy when I'm driving, because I can't drive and not talk about models while I'm driving. So pardon me that I don't call you usually, but the other three I call them every day probably, right?
I gotta go, Chris.
Just about.
Yeah, you always have to go. Every time I call you, like 5 minutes, I get to talk to you for like 5 minutes. I think you just don't want to talk to me. So
your 5 minutes is 25 minutes because you've been on the road.
this is true, yeah.
And you're like, you used to go, okay, buddy, yeah, no worries. I'll speak to you later on. Now it's like, fine.
This is true, yes. Highly disappointed.
Yeah.
You need to take care of my occupied time. All right. Well, let's end the show. And I mean, you don't have we can talk for a couple minutes afterwards. Have a nice Thanksgiving, guys.
Yep.
You too, guys.
Gobble gobble.
Bye.